Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new series on the channel. So, we are playing a little bit of Modded, and some of you might know from what I'm standing on that we are playing a Skyblock, and this is Sky Factory 4. So, if we get around and we go into our inventory, we didn't start with a book, and I don't know why we start with the Builder's one, but we can press L to get into the achievements area. And this is kind of where you're at. I know there's no rewards for doing any of these achievements, but we've got Sky Factory 4, Age of Enchantment, Age of Farming, Age of Power, Age of Storage, Age of Exploration, and Age of All Things OMGLOL, which is what it is. So this is where we start. Getting a dirt sapling, dirt acorns, cooking them, do some drying racks and a crushing tub, and then we move on to these other saplings. We kind of branch through this, and by the time we get to the end, diamond sapling. We've also got these achievements up here, which is the bacon and donut tree, lava, obsidian, let's see, cobblestone. This one is a cobble generator, the different crooks, the different slabs, and let's see, sticky keys, water, yep, all of that fun stuff. So we, first things first, are going to vein mine the leaves on the tree, because why not? And we're going to dig ourselves down to the dirt block that should be underneath our feet. And if we look, yep, there's a dirt block right there. Not that button. So let's go ahead and just vein mine the other two logs, and now we're down. So to start out with, we are going to need ourselves at least a crafting bench or a crafting table, which we can take like that. You can place it back in the inventory, and it'll make the crafting station from Tinker's Construct, which is just a little bit better. Now, for those of you that know me and know me well, know that, I don't play much modded, or never have. And the truth is, now that we've got the computer, we are going to play a fair amount of modded, because we have the ability to. I've wanted to play it for a while, and I watch a decent amount of modded. So I know a fair few things about it. Of course, each mod pack is ever so different. I did try streaming this. We talked about this at the end of episode 35 of Truly Bedrock, that we were going to do a streaming series, but unfortunately, this computer, it is a smaller end laptop. It does not like the streaming and stuff like that. Like, this is a little laggy, but all in all, it's not too bad. Too that way. But when we were streaming, your cursor would be here, and then it'd be over here, and then it'd be over here, and yeah, it was just a terrible, terrible thing. So we're building ourselves a little bit of a platform, and then we're going to get things started. This is just so we have somewhere nice to stand while we look at the achievements. So, it wants us to cook these acorns that we're getting right here on the bottom. But first things first, we're going to have to grow a bunch of dirt saplings and get ourselves some dirt, and then a petrified sapling. A petrified sapling is what we can use to make cobblestone. So if we look up, let's just look up petrified sapling. So to do that, we need the petrified acorns around a dirt sapling. To get these petrified acorns, we have to dry a dirt acorn on a drying rack. There's a way to do it through the dehydrator, and then of course bonsai trees with the different saplings in them. So let's actually look up saplings. So Sky Orchids or Orchards is the mod that adds all of these in here. I have another world that I've been playing on. I've got a decent little base set up and things, but we're going to go through and grow pretty much everything out of wood. There's another mod in here too if we look up truffle with the resource hogs, and we could get all these different I think these have some different ones like thorium. I don't think there's a thorium sapling or lithium. Anyway, some of these resource hogs we'll use, but for the most part, let's see, like nickel and stuff will grow that, lead will grow that. I believe there's a bronze tree. So that's where we're at. So I've got 12 of these. I need 8 of them to make the petrified sapling, but we're going to need a little bit more dirt. So let's go through here, and I already know the crafting recipe. Take your dirt resin like so, and your acorns like so, and that gives you a piece of dirt. And there we go. We got the achievement Dirty Dancing. So I guess what I need to do is grow some more saplings, which we can do by rapidly tapping shift, boom. Then we'll hold the vein miner key, get all of that, and then we can get all of that. Perfect. So now that we have a little bit more wood, we're going to go ahead and get a few slabs. Let's see. Let's just do 6 for now, because I don't know. Does this only make 1? It does. So that would be 2 drying racks. We're going to want a total of 8. So let's just go ahead. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. Like that, and then like that. And bam. Well, I was wrong. Okay, so what I want to do now is grow another tree. Probably back up off of it just a little bit. Please grow for me. Thank you much. Get all of the stuff. Get all of the logs and resin. Perfect. So now, basically what I'm going to do is set up just kind of a temporary shelf like this. This way we can dry these acorns and get ourselves a petrified sapling so we can get a furnace, and this way we could be able to start eating food. So 1, 2, this is 5 wide. I guess we'll just go ahead and do 5 of them at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And these don't take too long, but they take long enough. So if we go into here, wrong thing. If we go, please leave. Thank you. If we go into here, we've got the petrified sapling, which makes cobblestone. We've got the bone sapling that'll make bone meal. Makes bone blocks, but we can use it for bone meal. We've got the gravel sapling and the clay sapling, and then over here we have the cottonwood and the sand. These are kind of our basic resource saplings that we will have. And at some point, what I'm going to want to do, if we look up in JEI, is we are going to want to make these bonsai pots, and then we're going to want to make the hopping bonsai pots. These will grow trees and automatically harvest things. So we're going to want that set up. We're going to want to get our hands on some of this brown mulch as soon as possible because it's fairly easy to get. We just need the cocoa beans, which if we get a jungle, if we look at a jungle tree, we'll have to make a cauldron, and we'll take one of those clay saplings and some mud and stuff like that. We'll get to that later. But that's where we want to get to today, I guess, is to where we have all of our base resources, such as dirt and stuff like that. Oh, look at that. They grew. Or they changed. And get all of our base resources set up and try to get going. So I'm going to do a couple more of these. Oops, I'm going to grow some more trees in the process. We're going to get a petrified sapling. We're going to extend this base out, and I will bring you guys back. All right, so we've done a little bit of growing. We've got a little bit of cobblestone on us, and we want to make a little bit more. Now, for those of you that are watching my channel and haven't played much modded, I kind of went a little crazy in the first clip, but let's get down to kind of how to navigate all this different stuff. So to find cobblestone, you could easily type it down here, type in cobblestone, and this would come up. And then you can right click on it, or I'm sorry, left click on it, and this brings up all these different things. You can also press U when you're hovering over it to find what it can be used for. And then R kind of does the same thing as the left click where it brings up the recipes. Now, things in your inventory like this, you can do the same thing and press use on it, and it'll bring up all the different crafting recipes. And you can scroll through the different pages. Ooh, oh, that's a good recipe. I like basalt. Anyway, we're after cobblestone, which is on the first page, but you can see we can craft up different saplings with it. We've got these different things here: nickel amber, silver amber. These are all base materials. Marble down there, clay sapling, lead amber, petrified amber, all these different things like copper amber and stuff. These are basic. If we go into uses of these, we can smelt them down for an ingot, or we can put them through the tinker smeltery and you get 2 ingots out of them, which is nice. But what I want to do is make some cobblestone. So if you click the plus button, it'll move one recipe into here. Now if we go back into here and you hold shift, it'll bring as much as you have into here. Now I really don't want all of this crafted into cobblestone because we want to make a furnace. Perfect. So let's set this furnace down. So I'm going to have all the tinker stuff, around this. So I think we're just going to place it right here for now. And what I need to do is let's take, and we want to make a little bit of charcoal so we can smelt these petrified acorns down. And I'd actually like to make a little bit of that, I would really like to make a little bit of this basalt eventually to kind of build the base out. The oak wood is okay, and this is all just slabs, but it would be nice. This is the center block in which we started on. I moved the dirt over to here and then put a second one here so we could put trees down like that. We can stand here and spam shift and it'll grow this tree and this tree. See, that one grew. This one will take just a little bit more time. Boom. So now we just hold down our key that we have bound to Vein Miner with an item in our hand, which is key. And we can dig all of this stuff away. Gain ourselves some wood, some acorns, some resin, things like that. So what I'm going to do is craft up, I don't know, a little bit of this wood. We're going to throw it in here. I believe it's 6. Will smelt me up 8 charcoal. And now we've got some charcoal going. We can make some more torches because this is the only torch we have. Now, one thing that is going to become a problem quickly is our food situation. And we have these acorns that we could eat, which is really nice. We also have a couple of saplings that we can make, such as the bacon sapling. The bacon sapling requires just that: bacon, an apple tree sapling, and some sugar, which sugar isn't too bad. If we go over here to the crushing tub, we can get, actually, it's not going to show us recipes for sugar. No, I'm sorry. Let's look up sugar. we'll get these, the sugarcane seeds from the crushing tub. Smashing any leaves will get us a little bit of water and a little bit of sugarcane seeds. Water's nice, all the different stuff, but making that bacon sapling will be something we will do in the future. What I'm going to do is get a bunch more acorns going, and we're going to eat those. Let's look into this real quick. So we probably want to make the crushing tub. We'll be smelting up some acorns. I'm going to grow some dirt saplings so I can get this quest unlocked. I'm going to go ahead and craft up this crook, and I want to use this. I've never really used them on the leaves to see what happens, but that's where we're going to get to. Like I said, we want to get some of these done today and see how far we get. So let me get some more trees grown, and I will be back. All right, so we made the crushing tub, which was real easy. It's just it's 2 planks and 3 slabs. We smelted up some acorns and ate them. We've also crafted up the clay sapling to get us started. So the next things that we need to do are the gravel and the bone sapling. So you guys can come in here, type in what you need, and you can hover over it. If you're clicked into here, you need to click out. And then you can come over here and you can press A, and it will load it up right here as a bookmark crafting recipe. And then when you're done, simply press A on it again. The recipe for the crushing tub, like I said, was just any 2 planks, any 2 slabs, and done. So our next saplings that we need are the gravel and the bone. And the bone requires bone meal around a petrified sapling. And to get bone meal, we come up here. You can start looking through all the different recipes. Right here is the crushing tub. So we need to crush dirt in a crushing tub to get mud and bone meal, and I need 8 pieces of bone meal. The gravel sapling is gravel acorns around a petrified sapling. Gravel acorns are from the gravel tree, or we can crush petrified acorns to get gravel acorns and some sap. So we have what we need for this, and we're just going to throw those up there, and then I'm going to need to craft up 8 pieces of dirt if we have it. We do not. Well, maybe I didn't hold the shift key. Why are you being... Oh, we're missing the acorns. That's right, because I smelted them up. So we're going to have to grow a little bit more dirt trees to get what we need for the bone meal, but we can take these petrified acorns, and we'll just put the crushing tub here for now, because this stuff kind of spews out everywhere. And you stand in it, and we jump. And we got a gravel acorn. We got a gravel acorn. And we're collecting some sap. And that should be all of them that we need to craft up the gravel sapling. Nice. So now we've got gravel, we've got clay, we've got dirt, we've got petrified. So the only one that we really need is the bone, which is going to require some bone meal and some grow time. Now this guy right here is full of sap. If we had glass bottles, we could take it out. I'm not sure if you can take it out with... Let's try something real quick. Let's see. I doubt it. No. So the other glass bottles would take it out. The only other way is to break the tub and then place it back down. I know in some mod packs you could use bowls to move water. So it was worth a shot. But anyway, I guess what I'm going to do is I need 7 more pieces of dirt. So we're going to get a bunch of more acorns and stuff like that. So back to growing trees we shall. And I'm going to go ahead and pick this thing up. Perfect. So let me grow some more trees and I'll be back. Alright, so the next things on the agenda, we don't want to get to this just yet. I'd like to round out by getting these different trees here, and then 10 is what it is, but this is where we're trying to get to, is the ironwood. So we can make the hopping bonsai trees or bonsai pots, so we can get these different trees growing. So I did craft up a bone, or I did grow some bone saplings. I did grow some gravel saplings. We've got some different resins and acorns and stuff here. We did get some bone meal from growing those trees. I crafted up clay with the clay resin and stuff. It's simple, same recipe as everything else. Gives you a clay block, and then you can put that clay block in here. It'll give you 4 clay balls, and I used it just like you would in a bucket. Clay, 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 and we have this guy. Right now I'm just melting down a bunch of charcoal because we can. There's one thing about this pack is you're going to get a lot of oak wood. So anyway, our next thing that we want to do is, I was looking at the cottonwood sapling. This is, if we go into the bonsai pot, this shows you all the different drops from this sapling. We get string, we get leaves, we get the different resin and acorns, we get the saplings, and of course oak wood and sticks. Now the leaves don't have much. You can dry them for string. We can use them with some mud in a cauldron to make grass, which isn't a bad thing. Oops, went back too far. If you click on a recipe like this, you can just hit backspace to go back to where you were. So anyway, the cottonwood sapling needs bone meal. We've got that. It needs vines. And for us to get vines, we're going to have to dry a jungle sapling like we did those acorns. So to get a jungle sapling, we are going to have to take a clay sapling in a cauldron with mud to get the jungle sapling. And mud is simply just water with a piece of dirt thrown in. Or we can get it this way. But getting the mud out is the problem. So what we need is water in a cauldron here. We've crafted up this cauldron, which is just oak wood, like you would an iron cauldron in vanilla. And this thing can collect rainwater, or we can put down this crushing tub and put saplings in it and jump on those to get water. And then we'd have to transport this water over to here. So we have 2 different options. Now we could grow the sand sapling, because this is a petrified sapling surrounded by the sand acorns, which are just gravel acorns stomped down in a crushing tub. So like we did before, and I have plenty of those. Or we can use this unfired clay bucket once this thing has enough saplings in it. So if we throw those in there and we jump, it's got 1 of 8,000 millibuckets. 2, 3, 4, 5, so on, so forth. Now that should be a full bucket there. Now what I need to do is take these out and just throw in a couple pieces of wood, and let's fire this clay. What I don't have is enough dirt acorns because I've been eating them. So let's, while this is firing over here, quickly grow a tree, which should give us enough acorns. And we can get this bucket out. We can craft up a piece of dirt. Oh, and of course it starts to rain, so this thing's now going to fill up with water. Anyway, we could take the water out of here, and we could just put it in there. And then if we go in here to our petrified sapling and scroll down, you just right-click, and that was the wrong sapling, wasn't it? Because that's spruce. What was it for the jungle tree? It was clay. It was these guys. Okay, so I'm going to need to grow some more clay trees real quick. Because I just have the 2. And we're going to go ahead and get this out of here. We'll use this periodically, not enough. And this thing's going to collect water, which is nice. So I'm going to grow some more trees. I'll be back. All right, so the other thing that I messed up is we needed to change this to mud. Now we have mud. Now we can take our clay saplings. And because there's 4 bottles in there, we can get 4 of these saplings now. I only need 2 at the moment, and we're going to need one of these drying racks. So let's go ahead and set that up. And we're going to go ahead and dry that. Perfect. So that's going to take 45 seconds or whatever it said. That's the vines. I've got the jungle tree. That should give me everything I need for the cottonwood, and then the sand. We've just got to crush down some gravel acorns while we're hanging out, which are right here. So we should only need 8 of those. And I'm standing on the crushing table. See how they fly everywhere? Yeah, that's why we put this thing where we did. I learned that from playing through by myself. There's the vines. And now we should be able to craft up the sand sapling. And we should be able to craft up the cottonwood sapling. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So now we're at to the point where we can get ourselves a bed by growing the cottonwood sapling a little bit. A coal sapling, making some coal, and then getting this iron sapling. So if we go in here and we look up coal sapling, a coal sapling is a birch sapling that is just smelted. So to get a birch sapling, we need to take a sand sapling in some water, and that's how we can get that. Okay, so that's easy enough, and then we just burn that. So we're going to need to grow these sand saplings. Now let's look at the iron sapling, and I did not mean to click. There we go. So the iron sapling is going to require us an acacia sapling, and getting into the porcelain casting table and basin and stuff like that, which porcelain's easy to come by since we have the clay and the bone. So to get the molten iron, we're going to need this guy right here, the iron amber. And for us to get it, we're going to need some coal, some sand, some gravel, and some clay resin to get our very first iron amber. Then the next thing we'll need is the acacia sapling, which is going to be an apple sapling in water, made when planting apple seeds, or we can buy it in the market. So let's look up apple seeds. We can get those from crushing apples, and we can get those from regular old oak trees, which is a dirt sapling with water. So we've got so many things to do to get to the coal sapling, but I don't think we're going to get to that today. We've made some pretty good progress. Basically, let's look. We've got all these different saplings, all of our base materials, and my goal at some point is to get all of these growing in a bonsai pot by themselves. I want to take the leaves, the sticks, and the wood out and just keep the stuff that we need, and then hopefully put that into like some kind of crafter or something and craft up the different resins and get a tinker smeltery. There's all kinds of things that we want to do, but my main goal is getting to that iron sapling. Getting through this quest line isn't too bad. All these different trees, and then you don't have to do these in order, obviously. Like, why do we didn't do a chest. Let's look at those real quick. Since we've got some wood, let's see. Let's just take that. Will make us, what, 8 chests? Yes. Because we need to look at some storage real quick before we end the episode, because our inventory is looking terrible. So we'll just craft up a stack like that, and then we'll look up crate, which is this guy right here. We can make 8 of them. Perfect. What do we want to do with this? Putting them at this end would be kind of, what do we got? 3, 6, 7? And in my inventory, I've got 7 trees right now. So yeah, let's just do that. But I think these can only hold 1 item at a time. So if we do petrified sapling, yeah, it can hold 64, can hold 4,100 items. So, I guess if we're not using the saplings, we can put them in here. But I do need to grow a fair amount of them. It's too bad. Thinking it's too bad we don't have... Actually, I need to grow the sand and the cottonwood a little bit before I put them away. So let's put those in there. Let's see. It's too bad we don't have... Like, we don't have drawers in here, do we? No. What's that mod called? Barrels, drums. Okay, so at barrel. So this is what it adds. Color tool, wooden crate, capacity, or dictionary, void overflow, uninstall upgrades. I was hoping like the drawers mod, they have these, but you can make a 2x2, so you could put the different acorns and resins and the saplings and all that different stuff in there. But that's a good little setup for now. We can place some chests down, or we could just stack the crates up, put the petrified stuff up above it, so on and so forth. But anyway, that's it for me today. This episode's going to drag on too long. Good luck editing, future me. If you guys like the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you on the next one.